Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. Judy Howard is Making It Happen. The title of this episode is Make a Decision to See Someone. No, not a therapist. During my lifetime, I have listened to many tragic and heart-wrenching stories. Stories that have cracked my heart open and left me to wonder how anyone could have ever even survived to tell their story. I recently attended a speech contest. All the competitors were pretty polished speakers, but one speaker, even though she did not win any awards, stood out from the others. She was small in stature, barely 5 feet tall, but I didn't remember her because of her height. I remembered her because her message was large. Her story was a simple one, not one that would rip your heart out, but I know I will never forget it. As a member of a 12-step program, I have heard much worse, ones that I wish I could forget. But hers was not like that. Her speech was about her experience as a young girl working as a caretaker at her high school to earn money for her tuition. She spoke of her ongoing responsibility of keeping the school's entrance scrubbed and cleaned as the teenagers came and went during inclement weather. She described her struggle carrying big boxes of cleaning materials that were nearly as big as she was. She told of the high school boys strolling past her, never noticing her struggle, never offering to help, and how angry their behavior had made her feel. Until one day, a boy saw her, helped her, and treated her as though she mattered. As this woman, who is now a grandmother, stood on the stage telling her story that happened over 50 years ago, her voice filled with emotion, as if the incident had happened yesterday. When she finished her speech, she returned to her seat in the audience and she sat in front of me in the audience. I leaned up to her close and whispered how I really liked her speech because it had tugged at my heartstrings. And what she said next moved me. With authority of over 30 years of public speaking experience, she said to me, anyone who knows to become an effective speaker, you must connect with your audience. A personal story is one way to do that. And I told her, yes, I have heard that. And that was why your speech was so good, I told her. Everyone can relate to your story. But then I thought to myself, speakers may know that, but from my observation, few do it. And then, as if she'd read my thoughts, she added, she said, it was very hard for me to tell that story. I was ashamed about how angry I was with those boys. I had wanted to, they walked past me as if I didn't even exist. I had wanted to say to her, oh, but I have heard so much worse stories. But now My heart melted for this sweet, kind woman. I told her, I understand, but this is exactly why it is so important to share your story. We connect with one another with our stories. When I hear your story, not only does it allow me to connect with you better, but I also understand my own story better. She nodded, and then this woman, who had years of experience speaking, said something to me that blew me away. She said, I have never gotten that personal before in a speech. Well, you aced it, I told her. Don't stop being personal. Your speech demonstrated how damaging it is when someone is treated as if they are invisible or unappreciated. You also showed the transformation that happened that happens when you feel seen and made to feel like you matter. She said, I know. After that boy helped me, I realized that what he had done had made such a difference in my life. I always made an effort after that to help someone if I saw that they were struggling. Research is finding out that bad behavior and the biggest tragedies, such as school shootings, are most often the result of someone feeling unseen and unheard and being treated as if they didn't matter during their childhood. There is a parable, and it says, if a boy is not embraced by his village, he will burn it down for warmth. So I am challenging you. Get personal. Tell your story. Make a decision to see someone, carry their box. It takes little effort to make a difference in someone's life because a young boy saw a stranger struggling. He reached out and carried her box. And the result of that? He has lived in her heart for over 50 years. Whose heart do you live in? I am Judy Howard, and I am making it happen. Thank you for listening. And if no one has told you today, I want you to know that I love you and I believe in you and I know you matter.